Hi, welcome to the Brick District Playhouse in historic downtown Fulton. I'm going to take a quick tour of the theater and point out some of the features of its history, what we're doing with the building now, and what we will be doing in the future. From the 1920s to 2015, this building's been a vaudeville house, a movie theater, and then, unfortunately, an abandoned building for the last decade, which turned into a home for bats and several people we found living upstairs. But now we're in the first stages of restoring the theater, and we thought we'd record our progress. The first thing you'll see from the outside is the architecture of the building itself. The theater was constructed by Glenn Realty Company in 1927. In this post-World War I era, Art Deco was the dominant type of design and architecture, at least on the coast, and you see many elements of Art Deco with the geometric shapes like the diamonds. Interestingly, the building is also kind of considered transitional in that it combined other architectural styles such as Mission Revival, which you can see from the arch in the center of the building. You'll also notice three entrances. For decades, the building housed the theater itself, but also tenants on both sides. A Western Union office was on the left and a cafe on the right. Later, the theater operators took over the whole structure. The right became an office, and the left became an arcade, and then later a video store. The building remained in use as a theater until 2005 and has been vacant since then, but our renovation efforts started in January of this year. Inside, you'll notice we've removed all the interior walls back to the auditorium. This exposes the stained glass windows, the steel I-beams, and the steel floor of the balcony. We'll be replacing that front wall, adding Art Deco windows, and then putting a cafe in this front area. The cafe will allow us to use the front part of the building while we restore the rest. And it's a great location for a restaurant or coffee house, and then it'll allow us to hold receptions, cater events, and of course, serve as a lobby and concession stand when we start having plays, concerts, or movies. Moving into the auditorium, you can see the raked floor leading down to the stage. We'll be adding platforms so we can have seats or tables and chairs. As we approach the stage, you can see how unique this building is. Construction started in 1927. That is the same year as the Jazz Singer, the first talkie with sound. So the building was actually made so it could show silent films. An orchestra pit is below the stage, and it housed an organ, and pipes ran up through these walls. But the Fulton Theater wasn't built only for movies. It was also a vaudeville house, designed to hold stage productions, as you can see from the dressing rooms off to the side, and this amazing fly loft above. There are very few buildings left in Missouri that have retained these features of both a movie house and a location for stage productions. That's one reason we want to restore the theater and give Fulton a stage back. Around the 1970s or 80s, B&B Movie Theater converted the balcony into another cinema by walling off that area from the rest. We've removed these walls, so we now have a balcony again. The theater used to seat almost 1,000 people, and now it'll be retrofitted so that several hundred people can watch a play, or we can watch movies in tables and chairs for dinner theater, or even concerts. And here's where you'd come out again to get drinks, snacks, or even meals. And now we're headed upstairs to the balcony, which was in the roughest shape of any part of the building. You can see the balcony still has fixed seating, and we'll keep that. Above that, you can see the projector room in the middle, and then the other room that was built later off to the left to hide some damage to the walls and to the roof. You can also see what an incredible view you have from this balcony. This is what we want to restore for the downtown. The mezzanine will be used for great box seats, tables and chairs, dinner theater and drinks. And now we're going to head up to the balcony and check out these two rooms. The projector room was built out of cinder blocks with a steel door that would slam shut to automatically stop any fire from spreading because the film was so combustible. Because the film could so easily catch fire, a projection operator was a very dangerous job. It was actually a union position and highly paid, because if the film caught fire, the threads holding up these steel plates would snap. The steel plates would slam down, and the projector operator and the fire would be trapped inside. The operator had to break these windows and then climb down a ladder to the front. Now we're going to head over to the other room and I guess just show you what we found when we got here.
God knows what they did up there. We had to have the cops come with us the first 2 times he even came in the building.
What is that?
Thank you for taking the first tour with me. And stay tuned for more updates from the Brick District Playhouse.